guys, today I'm very happy to have Mark Lester, the original Oliver Twist from the 1968 Academy Award winning musical Oliver. Let's go!
I like your Union Jack coming out the top of your head there. That's really cool.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good.
Looks very professional setup you've got there.
Yeah, I have a green
love
screen behind me and a bunch of lights.
I love that. Where is that? Is that in the UK somewhere?
I think it's London.
In London.
It's in London. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it looks. Have you ever been there?
No, but I want to. I want to go.
You should. You'd love it. You should come.
Yeah? All
Yeah.
right. I'll plan a trip someday. So
Good.
I want to first off, thanking you for taking the time to sit with me for my podcast and all that stuff. This is a great opportunity to speak with you. And, Oliver Twist is such a iconic character, and it's just amazing to be speaking with you today.
Oh, that's very kind. I'm glad it had such a positive influence on you.
So your mother was an actress and your father was a producer. Was acting something you aspired because of your parents?
I guess it was sort of in my blood a bit, yeah, because they were both connected to the industry. So I would have been surrounded by that kind of influence. So yes, I would imagine that would be correct. Yeah.
Nice. And so you were 8 years old when the filming began, and you actually celebrated your 9th birthday on set. Did you have any formal acting training? And had you acted much? Did you act before Oliver, like the movie Oliver?
Yeah. I'd done quite a few movies before Oliver, maybe 4 or 5. I'd done a lot of TV commercials, and I've done a lot of. We used to have catalogs, like with clothing catalogs before. Now you just do everything through the internet, but they'd actually physically send out a book and have pictures of kids in them for kids' clothing, and I did a lot of that. And I went to an acting school from the age of 5, so I had quite a lot of experience.
Nice. So what was it like celebrating your 9th birthday on set?
It was pretty good, actually. They made a big cake for me. I had I think they gave me a train set, electric train set, which was really, really nice. Yeah, they were just all saying happy birthday to me. They gave me a big birthday card, which is massive. It's about 5 feet across, which everybody signed, which I've still got it.
That's crazy. There were over 5,000 kids that auditioned for the part of Oliver Twist. How did you prepare for that audition, and why do you think you were chosen for the part?
How did I prepare? I don't know. I don't think I really did prepare. I just went along for the audition. I'd done a lot of auditions before that through other TV and film shows. So did I prepare? I don't think so. We weren't actually asked to do much. Most of the first few auditions were just looking at kids and seeing who would be suitable, and then I kept getting asked back and getting asked back and back and back, and then after about the 10th audition, there was like three of us, and then we were taken out and they cut our hair to make it look like we were orphans. So they cut our hair really badly, and then I didn't hear anything for about a week, and then my mum came up when I was in the bath, and she said, "You're going to start work on Monday." So I thought, "Woo, yippee!"
Wow.
So no, for a while.
There are so many incredible scenes in the film. Do you have a favorite?
My favorite scene. I mean, there were lots, obviously, of fantastic set pieces in there, but my favorite was "Who Will Buy," because of the way it built up. It was all done on a set. That was what you saw, was a set that was built in the studio, and so when I was up on the crane looking out over the Bloomsbury Square, and just the whole way the music built up, and from the One Flower Girl to the end of the show. And we did it over a period of about 3 weeks, and we were lucky because in England the weather's not very good, but we had a fantastic summer that summer. So we did that was all outside.
Like, was the filming fun?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, there were some times that it was quite hard work because we'd start sort of about 8 o'clock in the morning, and then we wouldn't finish sometimes till 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. So, but kids are protected by law and they can only work for 3 hours a day. So even though the days were long, I'd have had to have gone to school because you had to have a certain amount of tuition during the daytime, but I could never be on set for more than 3 hours a day.
But like 3 hours is a lot for acting. Like, you could put a lot in acting in 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I mean, the film took like a year to make. So, yeah, so there was a lot of time put in.
What was it like being on set with actors like Ron Moody, Shani Wallis, and Oliver Reed? And did you learn a lot from them and the director Carol Reed?
Yep. I learned a lot from Carol Reed. Definitely. We were all terrified of Oliver Reed because he's a terrifying guy. He was very sweet on set, but he was terrifying when he got into the part of Bill Sykes. Ron Moody was lovely. He was like a great, big, cuddly, like grandfather type figure. And Shani was lovely too. I mean, I must say it was a really good bunch of people. And sadly, Ron died a couple of years ago, but I was still in touch with him right up until the end, and I went to his funeral. And Shani still lives in Los Angeles, and I still talk to her from time to time by email.
Nice. I went to Los Angeles like a couple of weeks ago. Sorry, not a couple of weeks ago, like a couple of days ago. I just got back yesterday.
Oh, you lucky boy. You enjoy it?
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah, I like it. It's one of my favorite places.
There was such a contrast in the characters between Oliver and the Artful Dodger. Was it the same for you and Jack Wilde off screen?
Yeah, we were friends, and he was quite a bit older than me. So I was like 8 and he was like 14 or 15. So at that age is quite a difference. And but he was very good. He kind of looked out for me like a big brother, if you like. He was he had my back, and yeah, he's a good guy.
And was the same for you and Jack Wilde? Oh, sorry. Did you remain close friends after the filming?
Yeah. Saw Jack. Yeah. I mean, although he lived in different parts of the country, but I would see him, every few months. And, sadly he died. And I went to his funeral and said a few words after he passed away. So we were good buddies.
Nice. Did you feel any pressure or fears about being the lead role in such a large production? And if so, how were you able to cope with those fears?
I don't know if I had any fears because I was quite well looked after. The director made us feel very comfortable, very at ease. And I didn't really realize the magnitude of the film until we had finished, and then we did the tour. We started touring with the opening nights and the premieres, and we went all over the world promoting this movie. And it was only really when we got to the Oscars that I realized how big this thing was.
Did any of you imagine that the film would have such a lasting impression?
No, not at the time. I think other people must have done, but no, I was just very grateful to be part of such a magnificent and huge production. But really, when we were making it, because when you make a movie, you do it in little chunks. Although we had huge studios, so it was not like a regular movie, if you like, but you do it in little sections. So you might do the beginning at the end, you might do the middle 2 weeks into and then it's not shot as you see it. It's all disjointed, and then they edit it and they put it all together.
Your career started at such a young age. What age did you realize that it was time to move away from acting, and what inspired you to study and begin a career in osteopathy?
Oh, right. Well, good question. So I stopped. My last movie I did was when I was 18. So I did a movie with another film with Oliver Reed was in that one, Prince and the Pauper. And then at the end of that, I don't know, I just sort of really wasn't that committed to the acting life, as it were. So I started to train in martial arts, and I did 10 years worth of karate in London. And it was during my training in karate that I decided that I wanted to do something involving sports injuries. And that's what led me to sign up to be an osteopath.
And finally, I'm taking acting lessons and would like to start a career in acting. What advice can you give to young aspiring actors?
Right. Okay. I would just say, I mean, looking at you, you're very natural, and I'm sure, you know, the presence that you give, you're very focused. But how old are you? I don't even know how old you are.
I'm 12 years old.
12, great. You know, perfect. You need the confidence which you've got, without being cocky, but being confident. And I think just if you just be yourself, I think you'll do okay.
Thank you. That's awesome. So I want to thank you for joining my podcast. This was great. And I had so much fun talking to you.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Zander.
Oh, sorry. And I have one last favor. You might get this a lot, okay? And I'm guessing you know what I'm going to ask, but can you do and please recite the famous line, more like the more soup line?
Please, sir, I want some more.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's okay.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.